Hi, I'm Bud.
And I'm Renee.
On this episode, we're in the Black Hills of South Dakota.
We're going to hike the highest peak, the elevation of like over 7,200 feet.
And we're going to drive to the top of one.
We're going to check out the waterfalls around Spearfish Canyon.
And we'll check out the sights along the way. So come along with us as we explore Eden.
We're all packed up and we're ready to roll. We got 6 more hours to the next time zone. All of the God-given wonders we'll see. Hiking the trails with you beside me. There's nothing I'd rather do than explore Eden with you.
Home for this stop is Spokane Creek Cabins and Campground. The campground is located in the Black Hills, east of Keystone, on the Iron Mountain Road. Sitting on 26 acres, the campground offers 22 30-amp RV sites, 14 with electric and water, 8 are full hookups, and 9 50-amp sites with water that sit along the Spokane Creek. Most of the sites are 60 foot long and 30 feet wide. There are 24 sites for tents, pop-up campers, truck campers, or small RVs. 2024 rates were $39 per night for 15 amp, up to $59 per night for 50 amp full hookup. They have 19 cabins ranging in size and options, from basic sleeping cabins up to housekeeping cabins with a kitchenette or full kitchen, bathrooms, and a shower. Spokane Creek offers gas, diesel, and propane. They have a cafe and coffee shop serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's the home of the Iron Mountain Road Visitor Center and Store. The shower house has individual large restroom shower areas that were spotless, and there's a laundry room in the same building. There's a very nice playground, an outdoor pool, mini golf, volleyball, and horseshoe area. And the wildlife are abundant through the campground. There are hiking trails that run along Spokane Creek Campground. We're going to hike up to the flagpole before it gets dark. As we stop to catch our breath, we take in the blue and red hues on the horizon. The views up by the flagpole were amazing, with the Badlands to the east and Mount Rushmore to the west. We're going to head back down to camp before it gets dark. It's Friday morning, and we're heading to the Sylvan Lake area in Custer State Park. Sylvan Lake is a 17-acre lake that sits on the western edge of Custer State Park. It was created in 1891 when Theodore Redder built a dam across Sunday Gulch Creek. This is where we'll begin our hike. Our goal is the Black Elk Peak Fire Lookout Tower. We're taking Trail 9 to the peak. It's one of the more popular trails within the park. We're starting our hike at 9 a.m. and the moon is still high in the western sky. You may see Native American prayer cloths along the trail. At this point, you'll leave Custer State Park and you'll enter in to the Black Hills National Forest. .63 miles, so a little less than a mile.
Yes.
And we've gone 600 feet,
No.
700,
739 elevation change.
so 500 more feet. The mountain was named Harney Peak in 1855 in honor of U.S. General William Harney. In September of 1855, Harney's forces killed Sicangu Lakota warriors, women, and children in what European Americans called the Battle of Blue Water Creek in Garden County, Nebraska. The Lakota had called the mountain Owl Maker. They did not want the sacred peak named after a man that had massacred their people. Finally, in 2016, an effort led by Basil Braveheart of the Pine Ridge Reservation, a Korean War veteran who felt Harney had not honored the military with his action. The Lakota Council of Pine Ridge were able to get the name changed to Black Elk. Black Elk was a Lakota leader and medicine man who had climbed the peak at the age of 9 and had a great vision. Black Elk Peak was first used as a fire lookout in 1911, with a wood crate placed at the summit for a seat. In 1920, a wood structure was built, and in 1938, the Civilian Conservation Corps completed this stone fire tower. The fire tower was in use until 1967. At the summit, you can see 4 states: Nebraska to the south, Wyoming to the west, Montana to the northwest, and South Dakota. Grab the old padlock at the top of the tower, the symbol that indicates you made it. There are 3 levels to the tower. We exited the tower at the bottom level. There is a walkway to the old pump house and concrete reservoir that could hold up to 5,000 gallons of water.
Elevation gain was 1,241 feet.
What was miles?
3.44 miles.
We found a spot with a nice view, a little bit of a windbreak, and sat down and ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There were several trees with Native American prayer cloths on the summit, and the ashes of Dr. Valentine McGillicuddy are entombed at the base of the steps leading up to the tower. In 1875, Dr. McGillicuddy would ascend Black Elk Peak while he served as a surgeon with U.S. military expeditions. The U.S. government considered him controversial due to his efforts to build relationships with the native people. He would become friends with the Lakota leader Crazy Horse and would treat Crazy Horse after 2 guards stabbed him for allegedly trying to escape. After Crazy Horse's death, Dr. McGillicuddy went to Washington, D.C. to lobby for the humane treatment of Native Americans. At the age of 30, he was appointed the Indian agent at what is now the Pine Ridge Reservation. When he died at the age of 90, his ashes were placed here. The Lakota words inscribed on the plaque mean holy white man. It took us nearly 2 hours to reach the summit, taking in the sights along the way. We've spent 40 minutes on the summit. Now we're going to make our way back down to Sylvan Lake. On the way down, you get an excellent view of Little Devil's Tower, a very rewarding hike that we completed last year. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. We're going to head back to camp, take it easy for a few hours, then head into Keystone to get dinner.
Size doe. Oh, look at the little one by that tree. Might be.
Little buck up there. As we pulled into the free parking at Keystone, we were pleased to see that our Jeep's Uncle Willie had saved a spot for us. These two guys also came to Keystone to grab dinner. We're going to try out the pizza at Cruiser's. It was a beautiful night to sit on the balcony and enjoy dinner. What'd you think of the pizza?
Well, I'll start with the salad. It was nice and fresh. The pizza had like a wood oven flavor to it.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's pretty good. After dinner, we walked around and checked out the town of Keystone. The town was founded in 1883 as a mining town and took its name from the local mine, the Keystone Mine. It is transformed into a resort town, serving over 1 million visitors each year. Rapid City and Keystone would be devastated by a flash flood around midnight, June 9th, 1972. It caused 238 deaths, over 3,000 injured, over 3,000 homes and 5,000 cars were destroyed. The 1880s train runs between Hill City and Keystone. Their season begins in May and runs through October. They also have dates over the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays, and they use steam locomotives. Well, we're starting to feel like this mule looks, so we're going to head back to the car. Mount Rushmore is just 3 miles west of Keystone. We're going to drive by and see it illuminated at night. Today we're going to drive to Spearfish Canyon. It's a little over an hour drive northwest of Keystone. Our first stop in the canyon is Bridal Veil Falls. The overlook for the falls sits right along the highway. We're going to continue on to our next stop, Spearfish Falls. You'll park at the Latch String Restaurant to access the Spearfish Falls trailhead. The trail to the falls is 3/4 of a mile. Up to this point, we've been on Highway 14A. At the restaurant parking lot, we'll leave 14A and take Rough Lock Falls Road, also known as Road 222. Rough Lock Falls parking is about a mile up the gravel road. Little Spearfish Creek flows into Spearfish Canyon over a series of cascades before and after Rough Lock Falls. Rough Lock Falls is a 30-foot drop over a limestone ledge. The creek then continues on to the falls that we just left, Spearfish Falls. We're going to continue traveling southwest on Road 222. We're going to drive Cement Ridge Road and go to Cement Ridge Fire Lookout Tower. Road 222 will tee into Tenton Road. You'll take a left if you're heading for the tower. Once you're on Tenton, the route to the Cement Ridge is marked well. At this point, you'll leave South Dakota and enter Wyoming. The Cement Ridge Road is in pretty good shape. You'll want a little bit of ground clearance, but you don't need four-wheel drive. After you crest the final incline, you get your first view of the tower. The Cement Ridge Tower sits at an elevation of 6,623 feet, just 51 feet lower than the summit, that is 0.3 of a mile, to the southeast off of the Cement Ridge Road. The first tower was built in this location between 1911 to 1913. The current stone tower was built from 1940 to 1941 by the Civilian Conservation Corps. In the base of the tower, there's historical information of the tower and a map showing the path of the 2018 and 2020 tornadoes that hit the ridge and the area. The 2020 tornado lasted 20 minutes and traveled over 7 miles. In areas, the swath of damage was a half-mile wide. And there's a picnic table if you want to eat lunch out of the wind. There are 2 picnic tables outside, a vaulted toilet, and beautiful views in every direction. Gotta be kidding me. We did see one car that made it up the road. A few trucks, a lot of ATVs, and a few dual sport motorcycles. The fire tower is one of 6 that are still in use in the Black Hills area. We're going to head back to camp. Tomorrow morning, we'll pack up and get back on the road. Spokane Creek was a great campground off the Iron Mountain Road. It sits in a picturesque valley full of wildlife. The views from Black Elk Peak are amazing. Video cannot do justice to the beauty of Spearfish Canyon. The drive to Cement Ridge and the Lookout Tower was very rewarding. We always enjoy our time in the Black Hills. Until the next one, take care of yourself, those around you, and get out there and explore Eden.